Greetings everybody. This time we're going to do something a little different and we're going to do a little bit of a review video on this. Ooh, that's heavy. Wow. And yeah, I've never used one of these things before, but I've seen a lot of folks who work on dirt bikes and motorcycles and stuff like that kind of use them as engine stands and possibly like motorcycle stands. And I want to see if this thing will come in handy while I'm working on this guy. Come on. All right, let's see what's in the box. All right, take a look at that. Yep, I'm sure those got rustled around when I was moving things around, but we'll figure out what goes where. Looks like it comes with a nice anti-slip mat. And just a disclaimer here, I'm not sponsored by Harbor Freight or anything like that. I'm not paid to make a review. I just went to Harbor Freight, laid my own cash down, and bought this thing and decided to make a video of it. So yeah, this is going to be my full, unbiased opinion on this thing. Yeah. Come on, looks heavy duty. Nice, really metallic silver right there. Yeah, this thing is a beast. I think shipping weight on it says about 190 pounds, so it's definitely something you do not want to drop on your toes. Yeah, it looks like everything comes pretty much fully assembled, with the exception of the handle here. Yeah, neato. Oh, there's a few random pieces of hardware scattered throughout the box. This probably could have been in a bag, but that's not the end of the world. We can make do with this. That's what I'm talking about. Well, before I get into assembly, let's just take a look at the manual here and the safety information. Not going to spend too much time in here. If you want to look this over, I'm sure you can find this on Harbor Freight's website, but everything looks pretty simple. 1,000-pound lift capacity. Man, you can go from 11 inches all the way up to 34.5 inches. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Looks like it's got two casters. Front are fixed and the rear are swivel with locks on them. So that's pretty slick. Okay. Good enough, good enough. Nice parts diagram there. It looks like they give you a right size Allen wrench. You're going to need to assemble everything, so that's nice. This should be a piece of cake. Oh, well, looks like that wants to go like that. The old pump relief cable on the inside. Yep, should be just a washer and a lock washer. Put the washer on the top with the Allen head, or the bottom with the Allen head. Washer with an Allen head on the bottom, a lock washer and a nut on the top. That should be all we need there. Yeah, looking at this thing, it looks pretty darn good quality. I think I'll flip this guy over a little bit, make it a little easier to tighten those bolts. If I can flip this over. She's pretty heavy. Very heavy. Need a new battery. This might be a trick getting a wrench down here, but I should be able to get to it. Yep. There, handle's on. Now I'm assuming this foot pedal just goes in like this. Thread that back on. Piece of cake. I think we're done with assembly. That was easy. And since we have this thing on its side, we might as well take a look at the underside. Looks pretty darn cool. Yeah, your front and rear casters look heavy duty enough. What else? The hydraulic ram down here. Everything seems to be assembled right. Yeah. I would have put a little press-on end on there to keep that from fraying, but that's not the end of the world. Yeah, not too much going on under here. Let's flip her up and see if we can lift something with it. Yeah, this is nice. It's sturdy. You know, my plans were to put this thing right up in here and lift the bike off the ground a little bit so I can service the front and rear axles and work on the engine a little better. I'm glad I went with spent the extra money for the 1,000 pound one versus the 500 pound one. Even though that bike probably only weighs about around 150 pounds the way it is. The extra weight here and the extra size and stability, this should make a pretty cool little portable dirt bike lift. Ooh, almost forgot the slip mat. Look at how fancy that is. I'm sure operation is fairly simple. Looks like you've got an off and an on to lock your wheels on both sides. Looks like on allows you to roll it. Just throw those yahoos on off and see what happens. She's off. She's off. And we are now locked. Cool. All right, so this should lift it just like a normal hydraulic jack. Oh yeah, there we go. Cool. And the hand to lower it. Ooh, that's abrupt. I wonder if you can ease into it and lower it down a little easier than that. Wouldn't want to slam a nice pretty new freshly painted bike down that fast. Let's just give it a little bit on the lever. Try to slowly lower it down. Oh yeah. Yep, if you don't go gung-ho and grab the handle as hard as I did, piece of cake. Should go down nice and slow. Or fast. Easy enough to move around, doesn't take up a lot of space in the shop. Should be able to slide this underneath a table or a workbench, so it shouldn't take up really any space at all. Moves around nice and easy. Yeah, nothing to complain about yet. Let's find something to lift with it. Something lighter. Perfect. Ready? You ready? Something heavier. This is perfect. I was getting ready to rebuild this old Honda 3-wheeler engine, and this should make this a lot easier than having to do it directly on the floor. Oh, look at this. My back is gonna thank me. Let's get this guy all the way up to its maximum extent. Look at that. Oh yeah, I'm glad I went with this over the 500 pounder. Spend a few extra bucks, but that extra height is gonna be fantastic. Yeah, that is pretty much your normal countertop height, or possibly a little bit taller. Perfect. Workbench height. Look at that, just look at it. Look at it. Let her down slowly. Piece of cake once you get a feel for that handle back there. I like it. Let's move up and wait. Dang. Shouldn't be a problem. This bike is light as can be. Now let's lift it. Well, I got the bike pretty much centered on the table. Feels pretty sturdy here. I'm going to slowly lift this up and see what happens. I think I might need to go around and put a little bit of oil or grease on all the moving parts on this guy to help with the squeaky, but what can you expect? All right, that is just lovely. Couldn't be more happy with this. Yep, I can pull rear tire off this guy when I rebuild the wheel. Same as the front. Work on all the stuff up here without having to bend over and work on the floor. This is going to be fantastic. Lovely, 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 lovely. Couldn't be more happier right now. Yeah, I know Harbor Freight sells a motorcycle lift built specifically for lifting larger bikes, but for a small bike, I think this is going to work out great for me. I'm not recommending that you use it for something like this, but that's what I will use it for. Well, there you go, buddy. There is the Haulmaster 1,000 pound lift table from Harbor Freight. My first impressions, I'll give it a thumbs up. We'll see how things work over time, but for now I think I'm going to lift it up and grease any movable parts on it, but I am a pretty happy guy right now. So I guess in the meantime, I might do some more Harbor Freight or tool review videos like this in the near future. So if you want to check out more videos like that, you can probably click something like this or something like this, and I'll see you guys next time.